Saturday's Super League this week brings you a clash that should shake the foundations at Lang Park. The star-studded Brisbane Broncos take on the formidable Penrith Panthers. Join us on ABC TV as Saturday's Super League lives up to its name when the tough, uncompromising Panther forwards attempt to buck the brilliant Broncos. To our round 3 clash in the battle for the English Rugby League Challenge Cup. I'm Warren Boland, and over the next 3 weeks we'll bring you the semi-finals and then the final from Wembley. On display will be the stars of English Rugby League, the players who the Kangaroos will face at the end of the year. And talk about stars, today's clash is like the Milky Way. Last year's Challenge Cup champions Wigan, now coached by former Parramatta coach John Mooney, who took over from Graham Lowe, up against Wakefield Trinity, coached by former Great Britain and Balmain 5/8 David Topless. Let's check the lineups. For Wakefield Trinity, at fullback is James Luluai from New Zealand. The three-quarters, Wilson, Eden, Mason and Fox. The 5/8 is Tracy Lazenby, who played with Penrith last year. Halfback Mark Conway. The front row, Keith Rain is the skipper, Conway and Thompson. The back rowers, Kelly, Gary Price and Ray Price at lock forward. Mr. Perpetual Motion from Parramatta, a veteran of 22 test matches who retired after the 86 grand final in Sydney. For Wigan, well, they have half the Great Britain lineup and a couple of Kiwi internationals. At fullback is Steve Hampson. The three-quarters, Jed Byrne, Joe Lydon, Kevin Iro from New Zealand and Mark Preston. The 5/8 is Sean Edwards from Balmain last year. Andy Gregory at halfback. The front row, Adrian Shelford from New Zealand. Martin Dermott, Andy Platt. The back row, Dennis Betts, Andy Goodway, and at lock forward, Ellery Hanley, the skipper. Well, the Challenge Cup is a knockout competition. The winner of this game, round 3 clash, goes through to the semi-finals, but with such an array of talent, well, Wigan certainly go in as favourites. But the man I can't wait to see is 36-year-old warhorse Ray Price back in action. Let's cross to the game.
And referee David Campbell, one of the new officials this season from St Helens in his first year as a senior grade referee. Both sides changing round. Wigan in the traditional colours of cherry and white, and Wakefield Trinity in the new American style design of the blue jerseys and the red and white hoops. Many of us never expected to see the craggy features of this man, Australia's Ray Price, retired 4 years ago, a veteran of 7 Australian Grand Finals, and back for the challenge of Wembley. And the kick-off, very difficult one. The wind swirling around here at Bellevue. When we arrived this morning, it was calm, it was pleasant, but a very strong wind got up. And really, possibly, Peter, just favouring Wakefield Trinity. Would you have done that, Peter? Would you play with the wind in the first half or a second half?
I always prefer to play with the wind at your backs in the second half, Ray.
I must confess I did, Peter. But that's a good kick. Oh, tremendous kick. Really putting the pressure here on Wigan. John Mooney was telling me that Wigan really would have to withstand the opening 20 minutes onslaught from Trinity. The pressure of this all-ticket 8,100 crowd. So, Mr. Campbell, the referee, 36 years of age, keeping the packs apart. Bringing Jed Byrne, utility back. Can play anywhere, this lad, number 2, signed from Salford a couple of seasons ago. And another man who can play anywhere, number 13, Ellery Hanley. Offside. I think Mr. Campbell will be wanting to keep both of these sides apart. Pitch in perfect condition, ideal for open play. And both sides, Peter, famed for their open play, aren't they?
They are. They've both got three-quarter lines that can use the ball. There's plenty of speed in both sides, so Wakefield won't be overawed by the speed of Wigan today, Ray.
Both teams renowned cup fighters. Wakefield 5 times cup winners, 3 times in their great days in the 60s. Wigan 10 times. Certainly Trinity, number 12 there, will be keeping an eye on this man, Shelford, big, powerful Kiwi forward, Shaun Edwards. That could be a good kick from Shaun Edwards, it is. Pitch, really testimony to the groundsman, ideal, nice and firm. Lazenby again. Good tackling from Wigan, Shaun Edwards there. Wigan moving in very, very quickly. Good example there, having to move the pass. Ray Price, this veteran of Australian Rugby League. Oh, and that's a good run. Good run by Billy Conway. Now then, has he got the support? He's always kicked it. Well, it could still be dangerous. Oh, and good play by Hampson. But really, Peter, he had Philip Eden outside him there, didn't he?
Exactly. I think he just took the wrong option there, and even in kicking, he kicked a bit earlier. He could have made more ground to Hampson, but Eden was coming up alongside and could have done with the pass, really. But this is a danger to Wigan, is Conway's elusiveness around the play of the ball. And certainly if it's near the try line, it can be very, very dangerous indeed.
So Wigan again, Hanley. Moving out wide, oh, that's superb, and this is why Lydon's in the centre. He's got speed to Edwards. This looks like a try. It's a race between Edwards and Conway. He'll go all the way. And that's the reason why Joe Lydon was moving the centre. He made the initial break. Edwards finished off. And that was a magnificent effort. His 24th try of the season. The try-poacher supreme, Shaun Edwards. Wigan replying to Conway's break in the best possible manner.
A typical move by Wigan, this, when they come up with this try from a distance. And you'll see that Hanley takes 2 men out of play and slips a beautiful pass. There goes the pass to Lydon. Put Lydon into space, you're in trouble. Lydon is looking, he sees Edwards up on his inside. Gives it over to Edwards, and there's no catching this fellow, though Mark Conway tries to push him out towards the touchline side.
And a simple conversion for Joe Lydon. So Wigan looking for the early lead and find it 6 points to 0. And that's where half-back should be, in the middle of the field.
Following the ball, what we call following the ball, right in the middle of the field, because the ball could be kicked forward and it could still chase on.
Goodwin. And this is the danger to Trinity, this extra pace out wide. Hanley. Coach John Mooney moved Hanley into the midfield, I think, to strengthen and stiffen up the defensive qualities. But he's certainly been running out wide so far. Well, a penalty there, seemingly against Wigan. I must confess, Peter, I'm at a loss of whether Wigan were holding down, but Wigan had the ball. And this should be a comfortable 2 points. It is. So, reply from Wakefield Trinity. 6 points to 2 for Wigan. Trinity looking to move this out wide themselves. Price, that's good play. Oh, that's superb now then. This boy Mason can really run. He's got the legs on Jed Byrne. He's just got the full-back to beat. Oh, good covering though by Byrne. Hampson half stopped him. But this boy Andy Mason, he can certainly run. Good play to Luluwai. Wigan have need to remember James Luluwai at Wembley in '85 when playing for Hull, splitting the defence wide. Conway. That's a bad bounce. But suddenly, Peter, the pressure goes off. You've got to maintain the pressure against Wigan, haven't you?
Yes, once you get into the 25 line, right, 25 area, you've got to keep the pressure up, keep the ball, and use it well in those positions. That's where the tries are going to come from for Wakefield.
Good tackle. Good tackle by Ray Price. He certainly, even at 36 years of age, lost none of his aggression. Shelford. That's the ball Trinity wanted. Lazenby. Six points to 2 for Wigan. Price. This is good handling by Trinity. A little bit overdone there. Conway again. Luluwai linking up well. That's a good ball to Lazenby. Just can't get in, but that's a superb tackle. Good tackle from Dermot. Conway again. Oh, it's offside. Now then, Ray Price wants to go for goal. I think he wants the 2 points. Grand old campaigner. He may be puffing and huffing, but I'm sure there's a lot left in him. Well worth it. Good 2 points, so pegging back. 6 points to 4 now, and Trinity back in the game. Good positional play by Luluwai. That's a good ball to Price. Oh, tremendous constitution, this 36-year-old. Rain. Just 20 minutes gone, 2 points separating the sides. Wakefield 4, Wigan 6. And Wakefield having the better territorially. Good clamping of the ball there. Notice how Kelly tried to turn, tried to pass the ball, and couldn't for Betts, clamping the ball. Lazenby, good pass to Mason again, forward pass. Mr. Campbell just signifying where he wants that ball, and Gregory telling him where he's going to put it. Iro again, every time he comes he charges through 2 or 3 tackles. Andy Goodway, former Great Britain second row, running off these 2 half-backs. That's a good ball from Gregory. And an equally good tackle from Andy Mason. Gregory in some doubt this week, had a knock to the elbow, as we can see there, a lot of fluid around that elbow, but pass fit yesterday. Nothing wrong with his mouth though. Referee keeping these 2 packs well apart, Peter.
Yes, and he's playing the role as it's stated in the book, keep them apart till they have the ball ready to put it in.
Well, Gregory losing his temper, he surely should have been warned from the previous incidents. He's a dynamic little man. I don't think it'll worry him, and it won't worry Mr. Campbell either. Good run from John Thompson. Had a testimonial here at Bellevue, 10 seasons with Trinity. Keith Ray. I think Trinity really, Peter, have got to make some points out of this territorial advantage in this half.
Yes, they want to score a try, Ray, just to show that they can score a try against Wigan.
Oh,
They can. What a try. We're just saying they needed a try. And Andy Kelly showed us the way to score one.
Well, certainly we said we wanted a try, we wanted the pressure, and just look at the delight on those Trinity faces. They haven't exactly hit the heights in the 80s. 1979 when they were last at Wembley, but with tries like that, there's hope yet.
And this is where Wakefield's putting constant pressure on, and Andy Kelly comes inside on the ball here, takes the ball beautifully. Watch him step off that right foot and go around Hampson. Hampson had no chance, but a big fella, this lad can certainly put a turn of foot on and move up for either foot.
And Conway to kick. It's a good one. It's another 2 points. 10 points to 6 then for Wakefield Trinity.
Well, this Wigan defence looks vulnerable so far, Ray. When you put pressure on them, they're not seem as keyed up as what they have been in previous matches.
It's very funny, Peter, they've got one of the best defence in the league, getting 2 matches recently. They've lost nearly a third of their points against in just 2 games.
Yeah. Well, they had a strong defence most of the season, but Wakefield Trinity have opened them up from long distance and very certainly from close into the try line.
And Trinity using the play around the rucks very well, acting half-back, driving forward, bringing the Wigan pack together. Just 15 minutes in this first half to go. And Keith Ray, number 8 there, the skipper, a veteran of this side. Oh, good tackle by Price. Didn't he just weigh Adrian Shelford up? And that's hurt the big man. Crunching tackle, very fair, very legal by Price.
Yes, here we see Ray Price, a veteran of many internationals, bring down Shelford with a heaver and a hove and bang him clear onto the ground, and Shelford didn't like that very much.
And offside. Trinity a little bit impetuous. Can't afford to be pushed back like that. So Gregory now looking to send Shelford again. And I don't think wanted to meet Ray Price for a while. That's good play on the short side. Oh, Edwards. That little sidestep. Very difficult to contain in a short space, Edwards. And Trinity have got to hold out here. Wigan, I think, looking to pull in these forwards on the short side. Iro. Almost like a forward when he comes through, this big Aucklander. Betts. And the 6th tackle. Can Trinity resist this one tackle? That's a good kick from Gregory, well picked up by Lulawai. Good positional play there. The experience of Lulawai there, just hanging back, being in the right position at the right time. Been a tremendous servant to New Zealand and Rugby League in general. And I think Conway will want to get this ball as far away as possible, Peter.
Yes, the only hope, Trinity, keep Wigan at bay. Don't let them get near the try line, because you never know when one of these red and whites can really burst over the try line. So.
And again, look at that number 13 there, shoulder, straight into Ellery Hanley. Ray Price. Andy Platts. moved up into the prop forward position in view of the suspension by Wigan Proppy and Lucas. Back to Edwards. Gregory looking for the dummies. Oh, this is dangerous. Gregory for the line. Must be a formality. It is. Kevin Iro scores, accepts the pass gratefully, but really the problem was the little man in the midfield, Andy Gregory, just wasn't picked up. He wasn't put to ground, and he was allowed to get the pass out. Iro gratefully accepting it. He scored 2 tries against Wakefield in the league, and it's his 18th try of the season, but that was the little man who made it.
And sustained pressure by Wigan stops Wakefield tackling. Gregory across the field, dummy men running on the, and then he decides to go on his own. He goes past 2 or 3 men, he's still not clear, but 5 men around him. Then look at that pass to an unmarked Iro. That's superb rugby from little Gregory.
And Joe Lydon looking to put Wigan in the lead again. 10 points each. Well, it just about it went in, curved round with the wind, but the 2 points are on the scoreboard. 12-10 to Wigan.
Here we see Wakefield under sustained pressure from Wigan. Wigan have tried a few barges on the line. Now Gregory comes across the field, dummy into 3 or 4 men, slips inside of Lazenby, slips inside of another Wakefield Trinity tackler there, and he's surrounded by Wakefield players, but look at that pass out of the ruck to an unmarked Iro. Super Wigan try.
Great cup fighting sides these. Wakefield beating Wigan at Wembley back in 1963, and really a point or 2 separating them in rounds since then. Hanley.
And Wakefield certainly want to keep Wigan out just before half-time, Ray, with this strong wind to come in the second half.
Snatched by Goodway, but that was a good ball from Gregory. The gap was there. And these forwards, like number 12 there, Goodway, and 11 Dennis Betts, following this little half-back. Doesn't score many tries himself, Gregory, just 6 tries this season, but he makes a few. And Ray Price looks to be in some pain. One of the great indestructible players of Australian Rugby League. And always a great shame to see a stretcher coming on a field. But certainly, if Ray Price is down, there's every reason to believe that that is a bad injury. And already Nigel Bell, the replacement, to come on.
Here we see Hanley coming in with the ball, and Pricey coming in to tackle there. They lift Hanley up, and Pricey goes down underneath Hanley. So it's a pure accident, is this. So it's debatable what happened there, ribs or whatever, but he's in serious trouble.
But he looked to fall on his left hip, Peter.
On his left side, and bring Hanley back on top of him, Ray, yes.
Well, let's hope.
Pure accident.
Let's hope it's not as serious as what it looks. But it's certainly a serious matter for this Trinity team, because Price has been the inspiration of the side, helping them to 5th position in the league. Just 4 places behind league leaders Wigan.
He hasn't, in losing Price, he's brought a lad in here, Nigel Bell, and this fella, I've never seen a better 100% of the knees, Ray. He'll tackle, he'll take them forward, so inspirationally, he'll do a job like Ray Price will.
But he has had a little ankle trouble in midweek.
He has a bit of trouble, yes, and that's the problem with bringing both subs on now. They've nobody to cover any other injuries, Wakefield.
Youngster Perry. Young lad who came over from Australia of his own accord just to make his way in the game.
Yes, and Perry was playing with local club Ackworth, and Wakefield picked him up from that club, and he's done very well for him this season, Ray.
Bell, first touch of the ball. Suddenly, I think Trinity lost their composure for a while. I think Mark Conway and Billy Conway, the hooker, really will have to get to grips here. There are the two of them now. Conway at half-back and Mark Conway distributing. Perry. Oh, that's a good kick by Perry. Very good kick. Youngster played for the Grafton Club out in Australia. And I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Hampson's a little bit tired, had a 10-match suspension, only his second game back. I think there is some good news, Peter, about Ray Price. He has a back injury, but I believe he's standing up in the dressing room.
Well, they'll be welcome of that news.
Jedburn, 1-1. Youngster Perry did well to force him inside there, push him back into the Trinity cover. And Trinity desperate to hold out here in the dying embers of this first half. Good way. Into injury time. Edwards, oh, they can't let this lad run. Good tackle again by Keith Rain, setting a good example. Keith Rain. Oh, Gregory again. Sidestepped inside Conway. But Conway came back for him. He's squirming about. Hampson. Touch and go. Thompson. Oh, that's a risky pass. Gary Price. Very impressed with this lad. Big, strong youngster, making his way in the game. Wilson. Oh, just the ankle tap. Certainly Trinity not overawed by this occasion against the cup favourites. And the sixth tackle, back to Lazenby. Good play by Wigan. Iro got a 2-1. Byrne again. That's good play when we remember that Byrne opened up the situation off Hampson, and there he is to take the ball again. I think Wigan, Peter, quite content to hold on here just in the injury time of this first half, looking to that wind advantage in the second.
Yes, I think they're just playing out time. Ray has proven there when Gregory turned round and Edwards turned round that nobody will come in for the ball, that more or less giving it up and waiting for the half-time whistle.
Wigan pack absorbing the tackles. There it is the hooter. Excellent performance by Trinity, but Wigan still in the lead as they win at half-time. 12 points to 10 in their favour.
So at half-time, Wigan back in front by 2 points, and their big names have combined beautifully in their two tries, particularly the backs. First of all, it was Edwards to Hanley to Lydon and back to Edwards who scored, and then the scheming Andy Gregory out to Kevin Iro for the second. Wakefield too have had their moments of class. Andy Kelly's try off a set move was very well executed. In fact, both teams moving the ball around nicely. Wakefield suffered a blow, losing Ray Price after about 30 minutes. I thought Price was having a very strong all-round game, and his tackling must have been inspirational. What a hit that was on Adrian Shelford. So Wakefield without Price in the second half, though he could come back on because the game in England operates under an interchange rule where 4 players, including 2 fresh reserves, can be run on and off at the coach's wish for an indefinite time. That's unlike Australia, where the replaced player can only return if he's been in the head bin for 10 minutes. So, Wigan with the wind in the second half. They're up by 2 points. Let's go to the restart of what looks like being a good match.
Ellery Hanley to lead out the cup favourites. And there is James Lulawai. He looks to be in pain, just giving that shoulder a rub, just taking an ice bag off. But I doubt whether he'll want to come back on. And certainly I don't think Ray Price will be in the mood for it as well. So back into this Silk Cut Challenge Cup tie live. Wigan 12, Wakefield 10, and Wigan bringing Ian Gildart on for Adrian Shelford. Shelford again was doubtful in midweek, had 6 stitches in a shin. Probably done the hard graft for the first 40 minutes. That's a good kick from Wigan. Testing this youngster Perry. Quite a speedy lad. And Ray Price getting a tremendous round of applause from the Trinity fans. Had a wonderful season, but just nice to see him back on his feet again. Phil Eden not had a lot of work this afternoon yet. Perry. And the 6th tackle now then. Conway's turn to kick against the wind, and it's a good kick against the wind. He's spotted the gap there. Spotted the gap between Wing and Hampson. And relieved that line. Wigan, record Challenge Cup winners at Wembley 9 times and 10 times winners of the Challenge Cup in all. Looking to contest another final. Hampson. Wigan moving this ball back to the short side, Peter, quite a lot, bringing Hampson in.
Yes, they're bringing the ball midfield, Ray, then switching it back with Hampson, who's getting 3 or 4 men, including Goodway on the right-hand touchline on that blind side, as you say, and trying to go down the tight side. But Trinity's held them out on that move every time so far.
Hanley tried to burst through. Hanley brought into the midfield role. Gregory again, weaving, dodging. And he might be small, but he's a very powerful lad there. But he's lost the ball on this occasion. Lazenby. Played for the Penrith club in Australia in the summer. And Keith Rain, the last member here playing of Trinity's last 1979 Wembley side. Perry. That's a good ball to Kelly. That's a better ball to Lazenby. Now then, can he link up? But once again, the last pass going astray. Joe Lydon pinching the ball. Wigan now in full flow. Betts, one of the hopefuls for the Great Britain tour at the end of the season. Edwards. Still Wigan in the lead. 12 points to 10. Platts moved up into the prop forward position quite a lot this season, this second row. That's a good ball to Hanley. Hanley, that's a better ball to Byrne. This is good rugby. Wigan trying to use that pace out there. They've got Joe Lydon. On the other wing, they've got Mark Preston. Both flyers. Well taken by Wilson. Very well taken. One gentleman will be very interested in this Trinity match. He's Richard Harris, the film star, the club president, famous for the film that was made here, This Sporting Life. And between these two, I remember watching it as a lad, Peter, between these two sides.
Yes, they were the colours, and very good film it was that many years ago, Ray.
Don't remind me of the years, Peter. Back to Conway. That's a tricky kick for Preston. Well taken by Eden. And a good pass to Billy Conway. Now to Thompson. And the kick. Oh, he's lost it. Well, now then, was he offside, Peter?
Well, I think that Preston came from an offside position after Iro had touched the ball, and certainly the referee on the spot there could have made an error. Fatal for Wakefield, that.
But there's the professionalism of Wigan coming away with that ball from what looked to be a definite offside position there when Preston dropped on the ball. But play on waves, Mr. Campbell.
And Wakefield have certainly come out battering this second half, Ray. Got to be behind and against a strong wind, tackling very well at this point in time.
Dermot. Always very close matches in the cup between these two sides. Only 2 points separated them in 61. 1 point in 62 and 73. Fox. Oh, that's the ball. Well, a little bit like basketball. Edwards again. Good tackle by Conway. Certainly Wakefield Trinity moving into the tackle. They're not lying down here. They may be trailing 12 points to 10, but moving in very, very quickly and pushing Wigan back. Gregory doing a lot of work is this Wakefield Trinity hooker, Billy Conway, a local lad. Well taken by Phil Fox. And youngster, 18 years old, Bobby Goulding for Wigan, warming up. Good strong worker, this lad Nigel Bell. Trouble with an ankle injury midweek. Just 14 minutes gone now in the second half. Kelly, that's a good ball. Chris Perry linking up well, this young Australian fullback. Now then, that's another 6 tackles. Lazenby. Always coming directly at Wigan. Conway. And slowly but surely Wakefield Trinity edging nearer to this Wigan line, trailing 12 points to 10. Gary Price. Proud cup fighters, Trinity, 5 times cup winners. Had their best days in the 60s with men like Neil Fox, Alan Skeen, Derek Turner. 3 times cup winners in the 60s. And on a revival here under coach David Topless. That's a good ball. Well taken by Mark Preston. Difficult ball to judge that, swirling in the wind. Greasy as well with this rain.
I think Wigan were expecting, Ray, to have got a try by now in the second half, because I think that John Money's delaying bringing on young Golding, but I think he's going to have to bring Golding on to change things, just to make Wigan do something different and get the ascendancy.
Hanley. But there's no denying, Peter, the strength of this Trinity tackling. It's really blocking up the centre, isn't it?
Yes, the tenacity of every player going into the tackle. that they've come out in the second half and Topo's done his job, telling them they've got to tackle, and certainly they have done so far, Ray.
Good long kick there by Lydon. Bell. And really, Peter, it's stalemate at the moment, isn't it?
It is. It's deteriorated as a game because Wakefield have had most of the ball, Wigan losing it when they come onto the attack, and therefore it's hard work for Trinity to make ground. They'll not do it spectacularly, but they'll work at it and try to get up the field.
Hanley, these are the danger men. Men like Ellery Hanley here, with the ball out wide, given space, can pluck a try from nowhere. Offside again. That's the fourth occasion that Trinity have been caught offside, and Mr. Campbell is sending Trinity back another 10 yards. Well, really, that's very silly of John Thompson. If the penalty's been given, you've got to accept it. There's no way you'll change a referee's decision, especially one as firm as Mr. Campbell. So not a difficult kick by any means, and certainly the wind behind him. But a very valuable 2 points these would be for Wigan. Yes, it's there. 2 points to Lydon, 14 points to 10 then for Wigan, and Wigan's safety first policy paying off. And the rain beginning to come down more now. Byrne. Andy Platt. Significant how many times the Wigan forwards are holding the ball at the expense of Edwards and Gregory, who were doing all the work in the first half. Trinity have really got to open out play. Trinity have got to get a try and a goal. Phil Fox. Kelly. Trinity, of course, having difficulty getting down to this Wigan line, facing the very strong wind. And Bobby Goulding looks to be coming on. Utility back, possibly replacing Martin Dermott at hooker. John Mooney used Goulding 1 or 2 times this season in the league matches as a makeshift hooker. Really, I think, as you say, Peter, to sort of get the ball moving a little bit differently.
I think it's just to change the game, because Wigan have gone into a little bit of a rut.
I certainly think Wigan expected, with 20 minutes to go, to be further in the lead than 14 points to 4.
Yes, and I think Wakefield might have thought that, but now they're in with such a tight chance.
And that's superb play. That's what we were saying. We criticised Wigan for the short passes, we criticise Wigan for what? Professionalism, but that's what Wigan can do. The short ball, Ellery Hanley on hand, and his 7th try of the season, proving that that pelvic strain, that groin injury that kept him out until Christmas, it's well and truly behind him.
Yes, and having a quiet game, Ellery Hanley. Watch him here as he comes into this line and really does what he wants. Not what anybody wants him to, what he wants. Shoves the man off there, sidesteps, comes to the left, between 2 men, another handoff, and dives over the line where we've seen him regularly.
So Lydon looking for his 4th goal of the match. And he finds it. 20 points to 10 now for Wigan, and suddenly things begin to look comfortable for the cup favourites.
Yes, Wakefield will be feeling a bit depressed at this stage, Ray, thinking there's so many points behind. They've got to get a try to get into this game, and yet Wigan is going to keep them pressed into this half.
Wigan very much in command. One of the rules of the competition that the Challenge Cup must be back in Rugby League offices by the last day of February, but I think Wigan still got a very firm grip on it. Edwards, Iro. Oh, that's a good pass to little Goulding. Now then, he's got Edwards with him. Oh, that was a pass and a half, and that's a try. Beautiful play from Goulding there. For a youngster, the control, the calm, and the composure. The way he put Sean Edwards in for that try there with the half dummy, then the pass.
Yes, out of the blue again, Wigan making a break with Sean Edwards a long pass to Iro. And Hampson does brilliantly here, goes inside, beats men, and he sees Goulding well in field, who throws it over two heads, and Goulding goes down the centre, pushes a man off here. Strong little player, and an underarm pass to Edwards, who bounces over the line, literally.
And Adrian Shelford coming back on for Ian Gildart, typical of Australian coach John Mooney. Really believes in Rugby League being a 15-man game, using his substitutes in 20-30 minute spells. But the rain really pouring down now. Conway again. Had a good game, number 7 for Trinity, Mark Conway.
Yes, he has. He's a good footballer, right? Capable of everything is Mark. Lost his confidence at one stage, but now he's regained it with Trinity. He's proved a very, very good scrum half indeed.
Billy Conway. And a lad who's tried all afternoon. Rarely made the full break, but always put pressure on the Wigan line. Price. And Billy Conway. That's a difficult kick. Oh, Phil Fox just missed it, but it's still play on. Now then, is Andy Mason 2 movements? I think it is, yes. Yes, 2 movements. So no try for Andy Mason. You can slide over the line, you can be tackled and pushed over the line, but you cannot be tackled short and make a double movement. Really, it was Phil Fox who missed the one vital chance. And straight away, Wigan using the kick. Wigan certainly no intentions, Peter, of playing through 6 tackles in their own half.
No, there's no point being so far in front, right? Knowing that Trinity can't get upfield very, very quickly to put them under pressure. It's a pity for Trinity that they haven't got Andy Mason and Phil Fox and Phil Eden in the centre running more with the ball, because they have got a bit of pace there, but they've not had many chances to show it.
No, this Wigan defence has been very, very tight.
They have. Every time Wakefield's looked to be getting away, somebody's got back for the Wigan team to make the tackle.
So just over 6 minutes left in this match. Wigan comfortably in the lead, 26 points to 10, but Trinity certainly not giving up. Now then, Nigel Bell, he's got the support. Oh, it's a forward pass.
The ball is picked up by Nigel Bell and he passes on to Phil Fox. And well, whether the referee was right or not, he was right on the spot, but a little bit harsh and unlucky for Trinity, I thought, on that occasion.
But Mr. Campbell right on line with that pass. But you cannot afford to miss chances like that. And the conditions really deteriorating here now. Gale force wind and the rain coming stronger. Shelford, Wigan playing safety first, bringing it away through these big forwards. But just look at Trinity's pack, moving in, 4 blue jerseys there. Just 5 minutes left. Can Trinity get another try? But these are the kicks. These are the kicks that are punishing Trinity. Gregory again, and his partner in crime, Sean Edwards, played the game where they wanted it and how they wanted it in this half.
And 2 tries there, going begging these last few minutes for Trinity, could have made the score look very representable, although Wakefield didn't look to have a chance of winning the match, Ray. They could have been very much closer, and that would have given them added incentive to fight.
Yeah, could certainly have given them the impetus for this last 3 or 4 minutes. As it is, at 26 points to 10 for Wigan, it looks as if the cup favourites are moving into the semi-final. Fox. Neither Mason or Fox really had any good running chances on that far side in this half. And the touch judge, Mr. Carter, the judging there, that Leiden interfering, pushing back. Firm decision there from Mr. Carter. And we can see the rain now adding to Trinity's troubles, but at least they've got £5,000 consolation as losers in the 3rd round. Leiden again. Looks for Hanley, finds Hanley. Very powerful player, Ellery Hanley. Certainly all the fears about whether he would return as strong as ever after that pre-Christmas injury are unfounded. Little Gregory again, seeking to switch play. Good tackle there from Preston, not had a lot to do this afternoon. I think really all that's left, Peter, for Trinity is just the long passes out to the wing or the little chip kicks. Yes,
they've got to try and get a lot of ground, Ray, and moving the ball out and take a risk, as Mark Conway breaks up the centre there. He's had a splendid game, Mark, but they're not getting any support players there now.
The 6th tackle, 2 minutes to go. Very difficult to kick against this wind. Lazenby. And £125 bonus, the Silk Cup Challenge Cup man of the match, Sean Edwards. I think a very close decision between he and Andy Gregory.
Yes, they both played well. I think Sean played well in the first half and dictated a lot of things, and Gregory's taken over the second half.
And of course, Edwards is the man who's picked up the 2 tries that prove the difference between these 2 teams. 26 points to 10 for Wigan. Just 1 minute to go. Trinity vainly, valiantly looking for that last try. And the 6th tackle, Perry. Awkward bounce, but well taken by Hampson. Wigan achieving a record equalling 13 successive Challenge Cup tie victories with this win over Wakefield. 3 years since they were last beaten, and now with a semi-final to come. Gregory, Edwards again. I'm sure they'll be looking to go a step further along the Wembley way. Goulding. This is good switch play from Wigan, toying with Trinity now. almost like seven-a-sides rugby. Into injury time now, but Wigan still looking for a try. Oh, and a good run. Now then, Tracy Lazenby. He's got 60 yards to go. I don't think he's got the speed. Certainly Andy Mason has if he can get away. But no. 5 Wigan defenders back there. And Kevin Iro to make the tackle. But all credit to Trinity. They've played their hearts out. Kelly, now then, here's another chance. Good pass to Price. And if any man has deserved a try, it's been this lad. Gary Price. He's worked hard, he's ran hard.
And good passing movement here by Wakefield Trinity with Andy Kelly, the big forward coming inside. Beats off Betts' tackle, puts the ball to Price, or races over without a Wigan man inside. Good try by the youngster there.
Lydon. But a convincing win by Wigan, a professional win. They settled it down in the beginning of this second half. Kept it at the back. There's the hooter. But I don't think Wigan coach John Morney will be too bothered who his team meet in Monday's draw for the semi-finals. Whoever it is, Peter, I think these will still be the cup favourites.
A strong and confident performance today, and they'll be looking to go forward right to another Wembley.
So there it is. 3 more ties to come tomorrow, but Wigan through. 26 points to 14.
Well, 2 quick tries midway through that second half sealed it for Wigan, and again, all the big backline names contributed. Wakefield Trinity tried gamely. They had 2 tries disallowed and went close another couple of times, but the loss of Ray Price and James Lulaway were telling blows for Wakefield. Wigan convincing winners, and they go through to the first semi-final, and that's next Tuesday's match. Wigan versus St Helens, captained by New Zealand international Shane Cooper, and that match is a replay of last year's final, so it promises to be a beauty. Don't forget, April 28th. That's the date of this year's final. It'll be live on ABC TV, and that's just 2.5 weeks away now. I'll join you again for Saturday's Super League this weekend when we travel to Lang Park for the big match between Brisbane and Penrith. I look forward to your company then.
Catch the top-class rugby action this Sunday in the Fisher and Paykel South Pacific Championship. We have 2 cracking matches from New Zealand, featuring unbeaten arch-rivals Auckland and Canterbury, and the entertainers Fiji against Wellington. As well, by popular demand, the Classic Sevens final from Hong Kong between New Zealand and Fiji. Sunday rugby at 5, only on ABC.